For many residents of the former Soviet Union who graduated from high school, a cutlet with mashed potatoes or buckwheat porridge with sausage evokes memories of childhood. These are the dishes that come to mind first when it comes to school lunches. The food offered in school canteens varies by country and culture. Some school students can get a multi-course lunch. This may include fries, pizza, blue cheese, and ice cream. Other students are offered only cooked rice. In this video you will learn what children are fed in schools around the world. By the way, post in the comments what your favorite school food is or what you liked to eat when you were in school. And if you haven't already subscribed to Mogol TV, be sure to click on the red subscribe button and the bell next to it. Thus, you will always be aware of new interesting videos on our channel. To begin with, it is worth saying that not all countries in the world have special canteens where hot food is prepared in schools. In many countries, students bring their own lunch from home. Even so, many students have very similar lunches, thanks to established cultural traditions. USA. The American school food system has been criticized many times. According to studies, 1 in 3 students in the country is obese or overweight, and school lunches don't help with the problem. American students are often offered fried foods with large amounts of carbohydrates. Their lunch may include chicken patties, pizza, French fries, a hot dog, or a hamburger. Lunch may also include chocolate chip cookies, a donut, and a sweet drink such as chocolate milk. A small piece of fruit or a small portion of salad, also part of the American school lunch, doesn't make much difference. Surely many students are happy with this menu, but it can hardly be called complete and useful. France. The country is world famous for its cuisine, and school canteens are no exception. French students can get a roast, fish or ratatouille for lunch. A piece of cheese and a baguette to top it all off. Fresh fruit and vegetables are sure to accompany all this. What drink do you think French students most often drink at lunch? Lemonade? Juice? Or maybe tea? The correct answer is a glass of water. Not surprisingly, French school lunches are often cited as an example. They contain the necessary set of nutrients and at the same time are useful. There is also an educational element. By getting exactly this kind of food in schools, children are taught to eat right from childhood. South Korea. Cuisines in Asian countries, including South Korea, are very different from those in Europe. Of course, this also affects school meals. The universal product here is rice. It is served in almost every school lunch. Otherwise, it's quite a varied menu, consisting of typical Korean dishes, a variety of spicy soups, noodles, and plenty of additions in the form of spicy kimchi or tofu cabbage and soybean curd. Korean students study a lot. For example, it is normal for them to come to school at 8 in the morning and leave at 10 in the evening. So, of course, children are fed here more than once. Another interesting fact is that in South Korean schools, teachers often eat with the students and eat the same food as the students. It is part of Korean culture. It is believed to help adults and children feel as one. UK. Students from the former Soviet Union will be surprised, but our schools are not the only places where the main dish is mashed potatoes and sausage. This is a typical school lunch in Great Britain. Instead of sausages, English students may be given a fish pie or a piece of turkey. In addition to these can go beans or green peas. English cuisine is not particularly refined, which, in turn, affects the components of school lunches. India. In this country, school lunches are usually prepared by the students' mothers, not the school itself. And in general, the Indian tradition of eating home-cooked food gave rise to an unusual profession in the Indian language. It means, man with a box. It is a courier who first comes home to get lunch prepared by the mother and then carries that lunch to the child's school. In India, it is an entire profession. These workers also provide a similar service to adult workers in the offices. As for the menu that children receive from their mothers, it is very varied because India is a large country with many different regions. But more often than not, Indian students are given bread flatbread, lentil stew, and vegetable curry from home. Rice and yogurt may be a supplement. Kenya. As in many other African countries, hot, nutritious meals in schools are often the deciding factor for many children to attend school at all. Often for a child, school lunch becomes the only normal meal of the day. A typical dish in Kenyan schools is bean and corn stew. Students can get an avocado or banana as an accompaniment. Australia. It is quite difficult to define what a typical Australian school lunch is, because the food system in Australian schools has one important feature. Schools have canteens, but they operate like cafes. That is, it is a place with a very diverse menu: pasta, soups, sausages, chicken, salads, fries, a variety of desserts and drinks. Students can choose whatever they want. Everyone pays for their own lunch. Japan. The land of the rising sun is often cited as an example when it comes to school meals. They try to explain to Japanese students, beginning in elementary school, that the food they consume directly affects their thought process and health. In our schools, lunch is usually at recess, when it takes 10 minutes to run to the cafeteria, eat a sausage and mashed potatoes, drink juice, and run to class. This is not the case in Japanese schools. At lunchtime, no one rushes anywhere. Students sit at their desks in the classroom and quietly eat a multi-course lunch. As a rule, it is soup, fish or chicken with vegetables, as well as a portion of rice, fruit and a small carton of milk. This approach helps to instill the right attitude toward food from childhood onward for life. After all, Japan is one of the world's leaders in life expectancy, and the percentage of people who are obese or overweight is one of the lowest here. Italy. This country, on a par with France, can boast of exquisite school lunches. The menu in the dining halls consists of typical Italian dishes. At lunchtime, students receive a selection of several dishes. As an appetizer, you can have pasta with tomato sauce or vegetables, then soup. The main course is chicken, turkey, meatballs or fish. Fresh fruits and vegetables accompany every school lunch. In Italy there is a very strong tradition of home-cooked meals, so usually students bring sandwiches, pizza, or sweet pie from home. Finland. The country is world famous for its pioneering ideas in schooling. And it's not just about the learning process, but also about school lunches, because good nutrition is the key to good academic performance. Finland was one of the first countries in the world to introduce free school meals. That is, students and their parents do not pay for school lunches. In addition, at least 30 minutes are set aside for meals in Finnish schools so that everyone has time to eat leisurely. Menus are prepared so that each student gets all the necessary nutrients and vitamins. School lunch in Finland consists of several dishes: a main hot meal such as fish, white or red meat, fresh vegetables or salad, a serving of milk and grain bread with butter. Brazil. Despite the fact that Brazil is not the richest country on the planet, school meals here can be set as an example even for many economically prosperous countries in the world. Meals in schools in this country directly reflect the local cuisine. A typical Brazilian school lunch consists of various beans, stews, salad, a bun, and a banana. Don't forget to give a like if you were interested. Thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell so you don't miss new videos, and of course, leave your comments under this video.